Hello, lovelies. Welcome back. So I have another unboxing for you. Today's unboxing I'm really excited about because this is a Crystal Oracle deck. So a little bit of background on this first before we dive into the deck and get started. I am a certified crystal healer through Hibiscus Moon's Crystal Healing Academy, but also through my Blossoms United tribe. I've been working with crystals since I was little. I was that kid that would steal the quartz stones that people would use to decorate their front yards. My mom's like, you can't take those. They're not just rocks you find around. People buy those and put them in their yard. Put it back. So because I loved rocks from a really young age. I think a lot of kids gravitate towards rocks. There's a natural inclination for that. It's subconscious. We don't necessarily know why we do it. We just know that we pick up on the vibrations of it. Same reason why we pick flowers. And we just gravitate towards it. We're drawn to the energy of these stones. And we want to carry that with us. So my parents, bless them, kind of fed into that a little bit. And they got me an empty toolbox that I would use to house my rock collection. I would get mineral specimens from gem shows locally here in San Diego, etc. And I think the first actual crystals that I collected were malachite and hematite, not really understanding until I was much older the metaphysical properties of those stones, and of course why I would be drawn to them. So having a crystal deck is something that is really important to me. However, the crystal decks that I do have, I haven't fully connected with as much as I have with the tarot decks that I own, which is kind of a bummer. I have a Crystal Oracle deck from Tony Carmine Salerno. I have one from, or maybe even two, from, Judy Hall, who does the Crystal Bibles. I have a couple. I have a few from healingcrystals.com as well. And where I love them and they have really good information, I just haven't fallen in love with them. And then I saw this baby. And I was like, these are so pretty. And this is, it came in this little bag, which, by the way, how cute. May the quartz be with you. We have a crystal and a Star Wars reference in one. My nerd self is just bursting at the seams right now. But this is the Crystalline Oracle deck. And I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen this on Instagram. It was created by two lovely artists. We've got Angela and Samantha here. Let me just take off the sheet here. And they've created this gorgeous deck, which I'm going to show you in a moment. And I fell in love and I had to have it. So we'll flip through that. But first, if you're not following Samantha on the Crystalline Moon, okay, you definitely should. So find her on Instagram. It's the.crystallinemoon.com. I'll leave all that information below. And it's just, yeah, you can check out even more detailed pictures of the deck. She's been posting pictures for a while now. So I've kind of seen this deck come to life. There was a Kickstarter that didn't quite work out. We ended up backing it outside of Kickstarter from the Spirit 10. She also had these done too. Can't wait to put this on my lanyard. So just really, really excited to dive into this deck, okay? This came beautifully packaged in this little purple pouch. So without further ado, we'll dive into this. So we've got, okay, so the first card here is a hello from both of the creators. So we have information about Angela on this side. Okay, so go follow her as well. And then information about Samantha on this side. So exciting. Okay, And then we have, okay, how to use. Just little instructions here because this didn't come with any sort of book. I'll show you in a minute, but there's lots of information on the deck, on the cards, I should say, in the deck. So it says, think of your intention, shuffle the cards, pull one or as many as you'd like, and focus on the mantra and display where you can see it throughout your day. So each card will list the crystal's name. It'll have an image of the crystal, mantra, chakra, and some keywords, okay? This is all very intuitive based, which I really kind of dig. You know, you can go and look up properties of the crystals on your own if you choose to. If you're like me and you have like an entire shelf of crystal books over here, you probably already have a good idea of the properties of the crystal. So one of the ways to use this deck would be in an oracle capacity. So to kind of give you a message of the day. Another way to use this would be to see what to work on. You know, what you're lacking and what you can bring in. And kind of even another option would be to use that crystal. So like, what crystal should I pair up with today that would support me throughout the day and, you know, help hold me together? And you can, you know, if you've also got a large crystal collection like I do, you can pull that crystal, you know, and carry it with you from the card that you pick. So, and of course, we start here with the lovely and gorgeous Untitled. Love this crystal. And I don't know, this is such a light, okay. It's a light colored deck. So I'm going to see if I can't find a really good angle on here. And it says, I am love is the mantra on here. And it talks about emotional healing, nurturing, and patience. Because Untitled, green and pink, it's connected to the heart chakra especially. It's also a really great stone for reproductive health and fertility for women. We have prehnite. Oh, love this stone so much. I am healed as I heal others. I love that. Blue lace agate, great for communication. Black obsidian, great for protection. This says, I am resilient. So, and that's kind of what I love about this, is that we've got the name, we've got the crystal, you can see the crystal specimen. And like I said, there's chakra orientations down here. You have a mantra, and then enhances manifestation, spiritual wisdom, motivation. So some key attributes or properties of these crystals that kind of make it almost a learning guide to crystals. So if you're new to working with crystals, this would be a really great deck to pick up and use as a learning tool in order to gather that information. Where I really liked becoming a certified crystal healer and going through that training, does everybody need that training? No. Do you have to become a certified crystal healer in order to work with crystals in a healing capacity? No. Like I said, I feel like this is something that we all have within us very instinctually. Amazonite. Oh, so pretty. Okay, Dumortierite. I was like, wait, what does that say? And I can never pronounce this correctly. Dumortierite. Oh, why do I struggle with that crystal so much? Okay. Okay, so it's a gorgeous blue crystal. I love using this one in particular for headaches. It is kind of an intense crystal to work with though. So if that one's a bit too much for you, sodalite's a good backup, by the way. Or good alternative, I should say. Pyrite. Lapis lazuli. This is like your all-around hardcore healer right here. Celestite. So these are all really great crystal. Halite. One of the most underrated crystals, I feel, by far. Last year, I did a series of 5 posts about the most underrated crystals in the spiritual and healing community, and halite was one of them. And this one is just, it's versatile. It's amazing for meditation and peace. And I feel like it's often overlooked in favor of something that's, you know, more common and flashy, like amethyst, for example. And that's kind of a bummer because it's a really great crystal. It doesn't have the pizzazz that, you know, amethyst does, but it is a pretty common crystal too, so it's not going to break your bank. It's as cheap as amethyst, but it's, you know, it's white. And people are like, okay, kind of boring. Excuse me. But underrated. Underrated, in my opinion. Green calcite. Rhodonite. This is another really good, awesome heart healer right here. Tiger's eye. So we've got a lot of common stones that you would see in the metaphysical community that, you know, you would work with if you were going through some sort of crystal healing training. Fluorite is another really good one. Labradorite, that flash. Love the flash of labradorite. There's my malachite. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous stone. Great for manifestation work. Is considered the stone of midwifery, actually. So it is another great one for fertility and childbirth. Rose quartz. I don't know a single person that doesn't love rose quartz. I have a 5-pound chunk of rose quartz actually sitting above my monitor. That is, I love that stone so, so, so much. I think it's one of the best stones that if you're starting out working with crystals in a healing capacity, because it's so gentle, it's like, it's one of the best ones to pick up if you were going to like pick up a crystal for the first time to use for healing purposes. Get yourself a chunk of rose quartz, okay? Carnelian, favorite crystal. Love, love, love carnelian. This is like every artist needs this stone right here. Citrine is probably my second favorite. Not gonna lie. But I love a lot of crystals. There's the hematite, the grounding stone, aventurine, smoky quartz, which are also all around healer right there, clear quartz, and amethyst. No crystal deck could be complete without that. So we've got a lot of cards here, you know, that's basically, I don't know, if you were going to get like a crystal, a complete crystal healing kit, it would be the crystals in this deck. And that's part of what I love. There's nothing crazy in this deck, you know. We're not looking at super sevens, we're not looking at ruby and zoisite, we're not looking at, you know, really exotic crystals, you know, blood iris or blood isis. Blood iris, where did that come from? Blood isis. Excuse me. We're not looking at, you know, desert rose, which is actually a form of selenite. You know, we're not looking at Herkimer diamonds. We're not looking at these really more exotic stones. We're looking at, these are your basic, all around, covers every, you know, possible area that you would want to work with crystals. Okay, your everyday, multifaceted, multi-purpose set. Okay, the most common that you're going to come across, the most common that you're going to work with, but it covers the full spectrum. Just about everything that you would want to work with a crystal on, it's contained in this deck. And I think that's why I love it so much. because this really is everything. I think if I were to add anything to this deck, maybe black tourmaline, but you're kind of covered with black obsidian. So black tourmaline is it's a protective crystal, okay, just like black obsidian. Where black obsidian differs is that obsidian technically is volcanic glass. It wouldn't necessarily be classified as like a crystal, but volcanic glass. And that's where it gets its awesome sheen from. But it's just, I think black obsidian really covers it. So you're not necessarily going to need tourmaline in here. I feel like they both cover the same metaphysical properties. It's more along the lines of preference, and black obsidian is more accessible, it's more plentiful, and cheaper actually than black tourmaline. So, you know, I think that's perfect. Everything else, it's all in here, you guys, and it's fantastic. Like, love this deck and cannot wait to start using it. Why don't we do a shuffle and see what stone could we all use right now? Right? We're itching towards the end of October here. And so let's see what we got. See what comes to mind here. Oh, that would be one. So I think the only crystal that I would add to this, if I were to add one, would have been petrified wood, which again, it's not technically a crystal, but petrified wood, and I'm just thinking because it's October, is a great connector to past life work and your ancestors because of the nature of it. You know, it's very old. It's more accessible than, say, amber is, or copal, and it's more durable. So I would say probably petrified wood. So if Sam ever does like a version 2 or like an add-on bonus pack to the Crystalline Oracle, so Sam, if you're watching this, I would suggest petrified wood. But really, this is like complete all in of itself. So take a big deep breath in and out, and let's see what this gorgeous deck says we could use right now, could benefit from. What would help us the most this moment in time? Citrine, you guys, citrine. And the mantra for this one is, I invite joy into my life and manifest abundance. Citrine's associated with your solar plexus chakra. So this is, you know, the seat of the soul, really, is kind of how I look at it. This is your self-expression, your willpower, your self-confidence, all derives from here, and it's just above your navel. And associated words are joy, positivity, and success. Citrine, for those of you who may never have worked with this crystal is self-cleansing. So it's not one that you need to charge up or you need to energetically clear or smudge. This crystal, in fact, you can use to cleanse and clear energy from other tools, from your decks. In fact, once I'm done filming this video, I'm going to set this deck to the side and put tumbled citrine on top of it to energetically, you know, clear it out and recharge the deck. So it is also considered the joy battery, which is you know, as it says here in this mantra, if you're feeling low, if you have been feeling low recently because of recent events, because of stuff in your personal life, etc., grab yourself a piece of citrine. Now, most of the citrine on the market is actually heat-treated amethyst, not natural citrine. That is okay. You can use it, and the properties are going to be the same as natural citrine. I kind of feel like when it comes to citrine, you know, and you'll see that it's heat treated because it's more yellow. Natural citrine kind of looks like smoky quartz, but with a yellow hue. Okay, that's how you can tell the difference between the two. It's really just a matter of preference, you know, but I have a lot of heat-treated citrine. Let's see if I can talk today. I have a lot of heat-treated amethyst that's, you know, citrine, labeled as citrine on the market. And I do have some natural citrine. And I work with them both in equal measure. And I've gotten great results from both of them. So if all that you can find is, you know, the more common heat-treated amethyst citrine, just go for it. I highly recommend, you know, grabbing yourself some. It's really, really affordable. And this is like, it's also called the merchant stone, which is why it's associated with abundance and manifestation and wealth and prosperity. So getting yourself some citrine, okay, is going to cover a lot of different areas for you. You've got that energy cleansing, the abundance, and then joy, you know? So it's a really great stone to have in your kit, you know, or at your fingertips in order to work with. Now, if you're someone that pairs essential oils with crystals, lemon is a really, really, really good one to pair with citrine. If you're using it for joy, happiness, positive vibes, etc. If you're going to be using the citrine for abundance, though, and vitality, I would pair it with wild orange. Okay, so bust out your citrine if you have some. If you don't, highly recommend getting it. If you're new to crystal healing and that's something that you're interested in, I will slip this guy back in its bag. And that is it for this unboxing, you guys. Again, all the information on how you can get your hands on this deck will be in the description box below, along with where you can follow Angela and Samantha, read up on all of their amazing projects in the works, and just support them. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was informative, you know, on crystal healing, and inspires you to go out and get a crystal deck for yourselves. So I hope that you guys will follow up with me in the next video. And until then, blessed be.